Hey everybody, how's it going? Took some time, but Ahriman is finally finished. This is my new Ahriman, or counts as Ahriman model, for pre-Heresy 1000 Suns. And the way the army is currently set up, I can run it as a Chaos Force or as a Space Marine Force. So I can use either the Chaos Space Marine Codex or the Space Marine Codex, depending on how I want to represent the psycherness, so to speak. Either way, my force is meant to be when the Thousand Suns are loyal. So, doesn't really. I just pick the codex depending on what type of psychicness I want in the army. So he's going to represent either Ahriman from the Chaos Space Marine Codex, or he's going to be counted as Tigerius in the Space Marine Codex. And I'm really happy with how he turned out. I like his posing. The bits I use are Max Mini Head. I use the Standard Bearer arm. The Crook Staff is from Asmodeus 3. The backpack is an old plastic backpack I had. And the rest is pretty obvious of Dark Angel plastic veteran model for the body. And then there's a bolt pistol arm and then 2 shoulder pads. So that's what I went with. You saw the robes when I finished those. The armor color is very simple, and it's simple, and I find effective. I think it gets the pre-Heresy 1000 Suns color done pretty well. It's just Mechite red with a ball red wash. That's all it is, and I think it looks real good. So that's the red. The gold is a brass, and then gold over it. For the staff, I actually did a shadow gray pole area for it with the gold head on top of it. I thought the shadow gray looked really well when you matched it against the rest of the colors on the model. The symbols on the shoulder pads are freehand. I'm terrible at freehand, but I think they came out pretty well. I went with a bolt pistol arm because I wanted it to be still a Space Marine, leader. So he still has some type of bolt weaponry with him, or some type of ranged weapon with him. But because I wanted kind of the focal point to be by the head and the arm area, I didn't want the other arm to be conjuring up a spell or anything, because then it's kind of vying for attention. So I had him holding a bolt pistol, which doesn't take anything away from the model. It's just your eye isn't going to be competing between the two arms. You're going to notice it, but you can be drawn to the crook staff, hopefully. And it's kind of caught mid-pose. Maybe he just finished using the bolt pistol, now he's going to conjure up a spell. Maybe big conjure up a spell, or just finish conjure up a spell. Who knows? But I like the posing. I think it's suitable for Ahriman. The one thing I didn't do is on the gold faceplate underneath the left eye. Normally I would have made 2 black markings on it with a micro pen, one straight and one on an angle. If you look at the art, it's on some Thousand Sun artwork from the Horus Heresy card game. It looks really cool. It's very Egyptian theme in terms of doing that. But when the face plate has what I call a grill, or slits where the mouth is, those little venting slits, I guess, you can't really do that eye marking. It looks weird. It looks just out of place because of I think the slits by the mouth kind of do that. If it was solid, I think it will look a lot better, but I didn't think about that until after finishing up, and I wasn't gonna fill those in. Come on, focus. There we go. So I think he looks fine as is. The little blue gem on his helmet, kind of as a nod to their post-Heresy color scheme. And other than that, that's pretty much it for this model. Like I said, I'm really happy with how he turned out. I like the posing, I do. I think the base works well for him, and this is my new HQ, pretty much, or one of the HQs, for my pre-Heresy 1000 Suns force. In making this model, it made me wish that there was a post-Heresy scheme like this for a Space Marine chapter, and also made me wish that the Thousand Suns didn't fall to chaos and change. I mean, I like the Chaos Thousand Suns, the way they look. I think they look very cool, but and they do have Egyptian looking to them, both in the color and with the headdress style stuff. It feels Egyptian, at least to me. But the pre-Heresy 1000 Suns are undeniably had a lot of Egyptian inspiration put into them by the artists. with the scarabs and like their whole theme and their fluff, pre-heresy. So I wish there was that they didn't fall to chaos and they stayed like this and this color scheme and everything. They all look really cool. Or B, there was a post-heresy loyalist chapter that had not so much this exact color scheme, but the whole Egyptian theme going for it. I've thought about doing that many times, and I'm still thinking about it, although I have plenty of Space Marine forces already. So, who knows? Maybe I'll succumb to the will of myself to do it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Because I got the pre-heresy 1000 Suns, and they look awesome. Hands down, one of my favorite of the Legions. I say they're not the most favorite because they're not loyal. If they stayed loyal, they would be what I would be playing. But unfortunately, they did not. So anyway, that's it for my pre-heresy 1000 Suns Ahriman, or Azek Ahriman if you want the full name. Or yeah, I think it was Azek first and then Ahriman. But there he is. And up on the block next is the Dark Angels model that I showed you with doing the rows with this guy. That's a pewter Dark Angel Battle Company veteran model. So I'll be doing him up, and then I'll show you that when he's done. And then I'll probably be doing a bunch of Dark Angels and Angels of Fury throughout that time. Maybe 1000 Sun here and there, but who knows? Really, what's on the block after that? That's all pure speculation. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show you this guy. I'm really happy with him, and I like the way the gold looks. I was going to do a heavier wash on it, but I think it looks fine as is. And I'm happy with the posing of the model. Now, some people won't agree with the way it's posed. Some people would want to see that spell conjuring, but again, I think if I had two arms and looking kind of unique, because that staff is a unique looking thing, and if I had this arm like converted to look like it's casting a spell or holding psychic energy in it, your eye would be competing for two different areas of the model, and I didn't want to do that. So that's it. Hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, take it easy.